Day, Lionhearts. It's your old pal Jordan the Lion. I hope you're all doing well today. Are you? Great. Today we're headed to Wakita, Oklahoma. One time in my life I went to the Twister Museum. I vlogged it and then I lost all the footage. So we are going back so you can all see how amazing this little town and their museum is. Daze with Jordan the Lion and Jaw begins now. In some ways he has the toughest job of all. Patience. Take a look at that sign. It says World's Longest Yellow Brick Road in Sedan. Next two exits. And the Tin Man's pointing us that way. I think we're gonna have to stop and see that. What the heck is that? Emmett Kelly Museum. Okay, we're entering Sedan. Or Sedan, or whatever that is, wherever we are. So here it is. It is a sidewalk that goes on both sides of the street for about 2 or 3 blocks all the way through town. People buy bricks and put their name in there. And this is the world's longest yellow brick road, I guess. By the way, we're in Kansas. It brought us back to Kansas for a little while. Just in case you were wondering why they had a yellow brick road in Oklahoma, they don't. It's in Kansas. All right, we're leaving Kansas only to re-enter Oklahoma again. Welcome to Wakita, Cherokee Strip. In the movie, this is where Aunt Meg lives. And they find out that a tornado hit here without warning. And they told me that a lot of the rubble and everything was laid out right here in the movie when they're driving through. It's a night shot, but the town basically got paid by the production and the studios and everything to muck up the town. There is the Twister Movie Museum. Even though it's kind of a little 15-mile-per-hour blip on the map, they do have a Twister Cafe. And to my knowledge, the only Twister museum, or only museum to the movie Twister, and I believe that it's sanctioned by the studio. Let's go check it out. Right across from the museum is the community house, fire department, town hall. Right over here is the Wakita Herald, and a nice little mural of the town. Here's the funeral home right next to population 400, if that gives you any idea. Right next to Mary's Antiques. And my return to the Twister Movie Museum. Sadly, I did not know that it was seasonal, so I called. We'll see if they can make any arrangements to let us see it, but let me show you. They do have something very cool you can see through the window here, and that is Dorothy 1. How cool is that? If you, we're getting a little bit of a glare, but there's right up there by where Dorothy Gale is in the top, there's a number 1. And if you remember the movie, these are what they built off of Bill's invention. They have little sensors inside of there that they send up, or they're trying to send up into a tornado to monitor the tornado activity. So they end up doing like 4 of these, and this was number 1 that they ended up with. The one that's successful in the movie is Dorothy number 4. And I think number 3 is the one that is on the back of the red truck and gets hit by the tree and the truck flips the Dorothy over on the street and everything. But they also realize right before they send up the last one that the sensors are too heavy and that they're not going to fly. They actually discover that in Wakita here when they're coming to save Aunt Meg. They realize from seeing her wind chime thing that they need to build little propellers for the bottom of the sensors. So there's a whole museum in there, but unfortunately it's locked up right now. We'll see if they can do anything for us. Nothing else. We got to see at least the Dorothy. That's kind of cool. Well, I want to make the most of this even if she doesn't call me back in. I went in the supermarket and they said that she's actually got the museum up for sale. So who knows? But I do know that some of the locations are noted around town. They have these redwood photo boards on the corners showing what happened there and what it looked like in the movie. So let's go around and check some of those out. So here's our first location, literally right across the street from the Twister Museum. They have noted right here what we see in the movie as they pass by. So there used to be a jewelry store beside here. A very cool jewelry store on this corner that is gone. In fact, that would be right in front of us. So they did show this. So right here where this dead space is was the jewelry store. Matching up right there. This one is number 2, showing that this building used to be here. They go by in the movie. The Wakita hardware and appliances, this whole building would have been located right here. You can see most of these locations are gone. So right here is number 3, and this one is showing the house that they drive past that was here on the corner. If you look up here in this one, you can see there's a brick building over here beside them, beside the house. This house was located right here during the movie, and the brick building is right there. So it would have taken up this entire corner lot. And then they end up driving down this way. You see the Wakita water tower in the movie. They drive down this way, which I believe Aunt Meg's house is down there. So right here they kind of have an overview of the whole town where we were just at. So we were looking at that house that was located here. There's the brick building that I pointed out. So now we've moved up the street to right here, the Wakita Christian Church. And here you can see where they had some of the destruction laid out in the parking lot here. Used to be a house here. And you can see this behind it. So now it's the parking lot for the church. Kind of cool that they have these kind of things all over the neighborhood and they show you where things were located. Let's go see what this one is. There's one right over here. And this one's titled Aunt Meg's Tornado Crossing. So you can see Aunt Meg's house was right here. Right on this corner. And it's kind of cool because even though the house is gone and everything, they put some of the kind of the windmill things that we hear at her house and always see. So Aunt Meg's house is this little corner park. Look, it does seem like they kept the walkway up to the house though, at least. Kind of buried under the grass, but it goes all the way over there. And then right across from Aunt Meg's house is another photo location. Here it shows one of the neighbor houses that got destroyed. How those used to be right here. And you can see where Aunt Meg's house is over here on the top right. So we're looking at what that house used to be right here where we're at. It's kind of cool in a way that they haven't replaced all these lots that were once houses in the movie and then got destroyed for the movie. They just kind of left them empty lots. So Aunt Meg's house was right there. So what I thought would be nice to kind of wrap up this vlog would be to take you on the route that they drive through town. Kind of show you the locations that way. So the town is in the movie twice. The first time is when they're out storm chasing, tornado chasing, and they realize that they're close to Wakita, and Joe's Aunt Meg lives here, so they want to come and visit her, clean up, and get a bite to eat. And so they're driving through this town, and you get to see how nice the town is originally, and then they come back through after the tornado hits. So our first location, the Twister Museum, is not part of the filming locations that we saw, but it's right up here on this corner, and right across from it was our first location where that bank was, right there. And then our second location is over here. All those buildings, the hardware store. And then our third location was right here. That was that beautiful house on the corner that we saw. There's the Wakita water tower. And then they made a right. And this is the same path that they take after the destruction. They come back the same way, and they're seeing the same buildings destroyed. They end up going a block up, and this building coming up to us on the right is the Christian church where we saw some of the destroyed buildings. That was location 4 right here. Across the street was Aunt Meg's house. Location 5. That's when they're coming back to save her, and then the house just completely falls to the ground while she's saying, "Oh no, I don't want to go to the hospital. Just, you know, let me get to my car." And they go, "Your car's in a tree a block and a half away." And then our last location was right over here. Right there. Well, my friends, I was so excited to do this. I'm so sorry that we didn't get to see the museum or the behind the scenes footage. If I can get a hold of her and she lets me come back, I will insert it right here into the vlog. But otherwise, I hope you guys enjoy the filming locations that we saw. We saw 6 locations, 6 corners from the movie, and Dorothy won. So have a great night. Goodbye.